This program proudly brought to you by your Holden dealer group.
Never before has live TV dared to do anything like this.
This is living!
Now at the special time of 8 o'clock,
Big Johnny!
they're breaking whatever rules are left
Sucked in, guys!
in the live movie-length 1995 grand finale.
One more time!
No matter what, tape everything else, because you have to see the biggest live TV party ever. The 1995 Don't Forget Your Toothbrush final, 8 o'clock Tuesday on Win Television.
Good evening, I'm Peter Hitchener. A battle is looming between doctors and Australia's largest health insurer after Medibank Private announced it'll offer contracts to 13,000 specialists. The Australian Medical Association is vowing to fight the controversial move, which Medibank claims will bring 100% cover of hospital costs.
With almost 2 million members, Medibank Private is the nation's biggest private health fund. It's now written to 13,000 doctors, offering to put them on contracts covering up to 100% of all hospital costs for patients who take out the new policies.
They'll have an option of having a policy which means there are no excess costs, or they'll have options of policies where they'll be able to determine what level of cost they're prepared to incur.
The move has the complete support of the federal government, but it's run into fierce opposition from the Australian Medical Association. The AMA says it's bound to lead to an American-style managed health system, which puts fund profits before patient care.
If it looks like managed care, smells like managed care, then there's a strong chance that it will be.
Peter Harvey, Canberra.
The New South Wales government has announced it'll set up a fire safety task force after 8 people died in house fires this week. A 24-year-old man was pulled from his burning ground floor housing commission unit in Sydney's west this morning, but died on the way to hospital. Fire officers say none of the houses in which the 8 blazes occurred was fitted with smoke detectors. Victoria's ambulance union claims a lengthy delay contributed to the death of a motorcyclist in Melbourne overnight. The union says an ambulance took 24 minutes to reach the critically injured 27-year-old after going to the wrong location. And 75 people have been arrested in a violent end to the week-long student celebrations on the Gold Coast. Police say the behaviour of revellers was the worst they've seen since the schoolies tradition began. Bosnian Serbs are defiantly rejecting a key part of the Balkans peace plan. In a television interview, Serb leader Radovan Karadzic has declared he'll never agree to hand over Serb-controlled suburbs of Sarajevo. Hundreds of students marched through the disputed area today, protesting against the peace plan signed in Ohio this week. Meanwhile, relief workers fear many of those who've survived the war may not last the harsh winter, which has just begun. The Princess of Wales has endured a torrid day on her tour of Argentina, confronted by locals still deeply angered over the Falklands War. The mother of an Argentine soldier killed by the British shouted out "whore" as the princess arrived at a cancer hospital. Diana was shielded from the abuse by a plainclothes detective and appeared not to have heard the insult. To golf, and world number 1 Greg Norman is joint leader going into tomorrow's final round of the Australian Open. Norman blasted his way around Kingston Heath, faltering on the last few holes to be 6 under with Peter McWhinney.
It was the dream draw the organisers wanted. But on the first hole of the head-to-head heavyweight challenge, the champion delivered a knockout blow.
Sensational start by Norman.
The challenger went bush and then double bogey. Craig Parry stayed in touch on the front 9, but overnight leader Peter McWhinney was starting to struggle. By the 10th hole, Norman was standing tall, outright leader and hungry to put even more space between himself and the field. Parry, his closest pursuer, began to feel the strain. McWhinney, though, rallied bravely, this roaring finish getting him back into the equal lead. Charles Slade, National 9 News.
A brief look at the weather now. Fine in Sydney, Perth, Adelaide, Brisbane and Canberra. A late change for Melbourne and Hobart, and an afternoon storm in Darwin. That's all the news for now. Good night.
This has been a National 9 News presentation.
I'm speechless.
Sunday, the funniest box office hit in years.
Well, I seem to be stuck in the wedding from hell.
Hugh Grant, Annie McDowell and Rowan Atkinson in the television premiere For Weddings and a Funeral.
I do.
8:30 Sunday on Win.
Australia's premier psychics and clairvoyants have been gathered to help guide you. Love and romance, career paths, financial decisions. Whatever your question, call Psychic Insights 190 22 43 600.
NRMA's car insurance lets you agree your car's value with us, so if the worst happens, you'll know exactly how much you'll receive. For car insurance that won't leave you short, call NRMA to SAVE.
Who's for breakfast at KFC?
Let's go, yeah!
Fresh eggs, real rashers of bacon, real sausages,
Grilled. Or pancakes.
and free refills of Nescafe.
So, your bite?
At these prices, anytime.
Hey! Hi there, can I take your order, please?
Come and join us. Some of us have to work.
Your Holden dealer is having an end-of-year half-price sale. Pay half price on any new Holden now, and that's it. Nothing more to pay. For 2 years, no interest, no monthly payments. When 2 years is up, you can pay the other half or give the car back. Drive away a new Holden Barina, $7,280. A new Holden Frontera, $18,325. A new Holden Apollo, $13,545. A new Holden Commodore, $14,435. The Holden half-price sale. Not half bad.
On 60 Minutes.
I basically just waited to die as the truck came around the corner.
The horror. 600 dead. Of our holiday highways. 10,000 injured.
Nothing has been done, really.
Also Charlton Heston, whose career is bigger than Ben-Hur. Sunday.
At America's oldest registered distillery, Jack Daniel's in Tennessee, Frank Bobo watches over every drop of whiskey as carefully as Jack Daniel himself used to do. Checking, tasting, feeling out the run. You see, Mr. Bobo feels that instinct and experience should never be replaced by instruments. And after a sip of Jack Daniel's, most everyone else feels that way too.
Take good care of it, boys. Okay, Frank.
Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey.
Check out the prices at the super cheap 2-day tool sale. Grinder $39, knives $1.90, jacks $32, tap receiver $6.90, tin snips $5, pliers $2.90, trolley $49, riveter kit $9.90, sharpening stone $1, pliers $5, screwdriver set $2.90, tape measure $4, saw $2.90, oil can $3.90, mallet $2, block and tackle $59, wrench $2.90, toolbox $7, caulking gun $2.90, screwdriver set $9.90, circuit tester $3, cases $34.90. Only this Saturday and Sunday, and only at Super Cheap Auto. There's one near you.
There must be a million things to do at Willow Springs.
During November, December and January, we'll be open 7 days a week from 9 till 5. Watch out for these coming attractions. And remember, book now for break-up, staff, family or Christmas parties. Kids, why don't you ask your teacher to come to Willow Springs for your class break-up? Special rates apply. And Dodgems are now operating.
A billion zillion things. There must be a million things for you to do at Willow Springs.